I'm Ellen Barton. I'm the CEO and president of White Knight Productions in Vestal, New York. I've been in business 7 years, and for most of this time, I've been using some form of business coach to give me outside perspective and direction with running the business. I think that that's very valuable. Recently, we've been in a bit of a crossroads, a bit of a transitional phase, and I was looking for some direction. I heard about Violet and New Definition Leadership from my sister, who had used her services and who was very impressed with some of the perspective and ideas that Violet brought to the table. I'm a business person, I'm a very practical person. I'm also a spiritual person, and although Violet's approach is perhaps non-conventional, I was very open to giving it a try and to hearing what she had to say. I thought it couldn't hurt. I didn't really come in with any preconceptions or anything. I also wasn't 100% convinced that it was going to be helpful to me, even though my sister had given her high ratings for her own reading. So I reached out to Violet, had my session, was very intrigued by what she had to say. She did bring interesting ideas to the table, had brought up some industries for me to explore that I hadn't really considered, but now in hindsight, they do make a lot of sense. And interestingly, opportunities began showing up in those industries, which made me kind of stand up and pay attention. For me also, one of the most powerful statements I can make about the experience with Violet is that recently, a few months after my reading, I went back and listened to the session again, and I was really blown away. I had to email her right away and tell her, wow, I'm so impressed that so many of the things that you brought up, that you said, that you suggested I pay attention to, so many of those things actually happened. And a few of them were a little bit painful. We had to restructure some of the staffing and such. But looking back on things, the company right now is in a much better place. We're poised to grow in a stronger position than before, and we're exploring these new industries that perhaps I wouldn't have even looked at had I not had the session with Violet. I do highly recommend that you check her out and book a session. It's very interesting and can really lead to some growth in your business.